Hey everyone, it's Jordan Faith. Today I'm trying out another routine with the Denman brush. And we're gonna see if the Denman brush can work on really loosely wavy hair like my own. So if you've been questioning that, make sure you keep watching. Here on my channel, I do all sorts of different hair experiments, just like this one. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you here. I think that's enough introduction. I'm gonna take you through this entire process, so let's head to my shower to get started. Here we are in my shower. I am starting by getting my hair completely soaking wet, and then I'm using the Maui Moisture Hibiscus Water Shampoo. This shampoo is very lightweight. It has a really nice watermelon scent, and I find that it gives my hair a really nice clean feeling. As you can see, the lather is really good. So after I scrub my scalp thoroughly with my fingertips, I go ahead and squeeze that lather down the lengths of my hair before rinsing the shampoo out completely. Next, I'm using the Inasi Soothing Mint Conditioner. This conditioner is a really thin consistency, but I love it because it's very lightweight and easy to apply and detangle with. It does have a strong mint scent, which I enjoy, and it has a little bit of protein, which just really helps fortify my hair and give it some strength and structure. I brush that through and then twist it up and clip it on top of my head to sit for about 5 minutes while I do other shower things. After that, I rinse it out completely, and then I am just going to prep my hair with a little bit of the Trelux Untie the Knot Leave-In Conditioner. This pretty much immediately became my new favorite leave-in conditioner. It's so creamy but lightweight and delivers the perfect amount of hydration to my hair without weighing it down whatsoever. And it has the most amazing apple cinnamony fall scent. I rake and brush that through and then twist my hair up on top of my head and clip it there so I can get dressed before moving on to the styling portion. I just have my perfect hair care towel around my shoulders so that my shirt doesn't get soaking wet. Speaking of soaking wet, I'm gonna make sure my hair is completely soaking wet. And then I'm taking a really small amount of the Cantu Moisturizing Curl Activator Cream. I rub this between my hands very thoroughly to get it to emulsify, and this doubles the product amount it feels like. This product can be very heavy. It is meant for natural hair, but if I make sure to use just a small amount and apply it to my soaking wet hair, it can work really well, and it really helps enhance my curl pattern. After I've distributed it, I'm just twisting my hair up to look for that milky water coming out of my hair to show me that I have the right amount of product. Now I'm going to section off the top half of my hair, and I'm not being too perfect about it. I'm not worrying about getting straight sections because the last time I did a Denman brush routine, I did way too cookie cutter sections, and I ended up with parting at my roots even when it was dry. So I'm just trying to be a little less perfectionist about it this time. I'm taking my first section and I'm just brushing through it to make sure it doesn't have any tangles, and then I'm rotating the brush through my hair and putting my hand there to add some tension to help create that ribboning effect, as if I were curling a ribbon with the edge of a scissor blade. Like I said, I am not doing precise sectioning this time. I am just doing my best to get decently sized sections and going through them quickly with the brush to add that curl definition and smooth down those clumps. As I did it more, I found that I could rotate the brush kind of like you would with a curling iron, and that would provide the tension I needed without me having to put my hand against the edge of the brush. And so that is what I tried to do throughout the rest of my head. I wasn't getting as big clumping as I was hoping for, although I was trying to keep my hair completely soaking wet. So I might need to try removing some rows from this brush. I have heard that that can help create larger clumps. I just haven't tried it myself yet. One of the most difficult parts of this for me was figuring out which direction my curl wanted to go. I have very loose wavy hair, and so when I'm brushing through it with a brush like this, trying to style, if I don't rotate the brush in the correct direction, it can straighten my waves out. And for some reason, I just have a really difficult time figuring out which direction my waves want to curl up in. But I did my best, and you'll see that after I finish each section, I do give it a quick little scrunch and pulse just to encourage those waves to spring up. I know that a lot of the sections that I do don't look perfect after I've brushed through them, but I was really trying to let go of trying to get them perfect just so I could get through the routine and get some practice with this brush and get more familiar with it and more comfortable with it. If I had sat there and tried to get every brush styled section absolutely perfect in my eyes, I would have probably been there all day. And I still don't know if I would have achieved it because I'm still learning how to use this brush. And I definitely think it can be quite challenging when you're using it on loosely wavy hair. I did about 5 rough sections, and for this final section, I kind of styled them straight up just so that I wouldn't get my roots completely plastered to my head. And it was just the most comfortable way I found to do it. But because I'm still definitely a novice with this brush, I did end up with straighter roots all throughout my hair, partially because my hair is wavy and I have straighter roots to begin with, but also because I'm still getting the hang of that twisting motion with the brush. I'm spraying my hair down with a little more water now that it is completely brush styled, and I'm just giving another quick scrunch and pulse all throughout my head before grabbing the WAVY Advanced Climate Control Humidity Gel. I chose this gel because it's not too thick and sticky, but it also usually provides me with decent hold and frizz control. And I am just smoothing that on with praying hands and gently scrunching it in. You can see that my back sections don't quite look as good as my front sections. The clumps are smaller. That is my problem area of hair anyway, and it's hardest for me to do the back of my head. So I didn't get the most consistent results. Now I'm going to grab that towel from around my shoulders and use a dry section to Microplop, which is just scooping my hair up in my hand with that towel draped over it and squeezing gently to remove as much water as I can. After this, I'm using another portion of the WAVY gel, just scrunched in to provide a little bit of extra hold on the ends of my hair. And then I am just going to very gently shake out my roots a little bit and move on to diffusing. All right, I diffused my hair for just about 20 minutes, starting with hover diffusing and then doing a little bit of pixie diffusing, just like I do in this video. And I air dried the rest of the way. I don't have any crunch, but I am going to do a really quick root fluff. And these are the results. I thought about using an oil or a serum to finish this off, but I decided not to. I don't think it needs it. My hair feels really, really light and touchable, and it feels pretty full, which I like. I think I have some pretty good definition. I think I did straighten out my roots just a little bit. Since my hair has such a loose wave pattern, I typically do have straighter roots, and so it usually takes quite a bit to get them to be swirly up at the top. And in my experience with using this brush, it is pretty easy to accidentally flatten out your roots if your hair is really, really loose like mine. So just be aware of that. It's not super consistent, and that is completely user error. There are some parts of my hair where the swirl is pretty perfect. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find one right now, but you'll just have to take my word for it. But the fact that I do have those spots tells me that with a little bit more practice, I could probably get a more uniform look. I know in my last video with the Denman brush, I said I was going to try to practice a lot and get better at it. I did have every intention of practicing as much as I could, but my sister-in-law asked to borrow my Denman brush shortly after that video, and she had it for a couple months, and I just recently got it back. Trisha, if you're watching this, I'm totally calling you out. So I've only used it a handful of times, and it's already something that I am not naturally great at. I definitely struggle with brush styling, but I am doing my best, and I have tried a couple times, and I think I'm getting a little bit better. It is pretty fun to use for the most part, and as someone who really likes to experiment with my hair, I enjoy trying it in different ways and just giving it a shot, even if it might not turn out perfectly. And I'm fully aware that I don't do it perfectly. I am really just trying to figure it out in my own way and see how to get it to work good for me. And I want to put this out there because it's okay to struggle with it. I know some content creators out there are really great at it and they make it look super, super, super easy, but I really strongly believe it takes a lot of practice. And so if you have tried it a few times and it didn't turn out the way you wanted and you felt like you were really having a hard time with it, I just want you to know that you are not alone at all. Please let me know down below what you thought of my results. I'd really like to hear your opinion of how I did. If you want to see me use the Denman brush in a different way, for example, maybe twisting it around the handle, make sure you comment below and let me know. As always, the description below has links to all the products and tools I used, as well as a link to my Amazon store. So make sure to check that out if you're interested in seeing some of my other favorite things. If you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up. That is really helpful and super appreciated. Subscribe to my channel and click on that notification bell if you don't want to miss any of my upcoming content. Remember to love yourself fully and faithfully, and I'll see you next time.